Well, I wanted to make it 10 days. It looks like it's only going to be 9. So, all I want to talk to you today about is make it your own. Okay? Yes, on I think every page of my control journal, it has the Fly Lady Premium logo on it. But I work for Fly Lady Premium. Make this your own. I grouped things into sections that work for me. You don't have to group them the same way. If you need certain things put other places, then that's fine. I do have one other thing in my control journal. I took the idea of bullet journaling for making lists and stuff like that, and I have that in there. So I've made it my own, and that is what I want you to do too. I want you to make it your own. Make it special for you and how things work. The other big point I want you to bring up, that I want you to really, really listen to me on, is just because your control journal looks one way today does not mean it's going to look the same way in 3 months or even in a week. I cannot tell you how many times I have revised and redone my control journal to make it work for me. As of right now, I have it in a system that works for me, where I don't have to go looking for things, where I know where everything is and it flows. But come next month, it may not work. Matter of fact, in this last month, in February, a short month here, I revised it twice. The first time I added a Chronodex to my daily sheet. If you don't know what a Chronodex is, let's get to one where you can really see. It's this little thing up here. And I color in the times according to a certain color that I need to do things. So just one look at that Chronodex and I know exactly what is happening at what time. And then I revised. I had just notes on the back of my daily sheets, and I had everything on the front, and now I have home on the front and work on the back. As work is getting busier, I needed more space. So make it your own. You know, I tried going from my half-size planner to Fly Lady's full planner when I got the office in a bag, and it just didn't work for me. So I had to go back to the half planner. When I first started, I used a notebook. But because of my detailed lists that I like to do, anybody who knows me knows that I am a list junkie. That was not feasible for me, because I was using up a notebook in a month. So I had to ditch the whole notebook idea. So just because it is the way it is today doesn't mean it's going to be that way in the future. I really want you to, as you work with it, you will realize what is working for you and what isn't. But it can't be this whole thing doesn't work, I'm chucking it out the window. You need to give yourself time to get used to it and time to think about it. Because it may just be a struggle getting used to it if you aren't. I've always been a journal junkie, always. I've always looked for a way to organize my life, because that's the type of person that I am. Reading my bio, you all know that I am born organized. But the problem with being born organized is nobody sees the world the way you do. Well, nobody sees the world the way any of us do. So I could never find a planner or an organizer that had everything for me. It was either a working woman's planner or an at-home mom planner. And even then, it really didn't work for me. It wasn't until I found Fly Lady that I was able to make a journal that worked for me. And like I said, my journal has changed from when I was working in healthcare to just being an at-home mom and housewife to now working from home and being a housewife and a house mom. It changes because we change. Life changes. So you have to be willing to accept the fact that things are going to change. Routines change. So I guess what I'm trying to get at is, yes, my control journal is my Bible. I would literally be lost without it. But I have the flexibility to realize when things aren't working for me and I need to find a way to change it. So that is the biggest thing I want you to take away from this whole control journal video series that we've done, is work with it. I don't expect you to get a control journal done in 9 days. If you got the Fly Lady printout for the control journal, use it, adapt it, make it your own, because you have to make it fit your life or it's not going to work. It's the same thing with the routines. They have to fit your life or they're not going to work. For me, there is absolutely no way at all that I could exercise in the morning. I need to wait until after my son goes to school, because otherwise he is climbing on my yoga mat with me and that just doesn't work. So you need to make everything personalized for you in order for it to work. Just like with your ladies' missions that I have you do and your fly work that I have you do, nobody gets the same fly work as anybody else because we're all different. And therefore our control journals should all be different. And allow them to change with you. You don't need to change for them. Okay? There you go. That is the last video on the control journal for now, because I may come up with something else later. Take your time, do it, change it, do it again. Just make it yours and have fun with it. Because remember, it needs to be a book that you're going to want to open, not one that looks pretty on your counter. Okay? Fly Lady Renee, signing off. I'll see you later.